Okay, so one more time, I probably will be doing the video on the tags in due course, but I just wanted to show you this. This is the collar that I've been wearing, like a new collar that I've been wearing for a few weeks now. I've had a good howl in it. I've been wearing it pretty much non-stop. Took it to Longleat, and at first I thought, like, this is the best collar I've ever had. Like, I don't know if Ankle test it out on themselves or what, but it's pretty much exactly how it says on the website, strangely enough. But the problem is, this one and this one allegedly are size 6, and this one is just substantially longer. So with this one, I was on the hole just before the break, this one, and you can see that I think that's moved up a bit, but like the last hole is just a little bit too loose. And you can sort of feel it, which in a way it's not too bad, and it was fine until the day before I went to Longleat on Wednesday. It just started to really piss me off because this kind of just sticks out and gets in your way. So I found a way to loop it round and tuck it in, and that's fine. It looks fine, but I don't know how long that would be viable for. So I decided to get one size smaller just to see. Like, I did try it on in the pet shop and it didn't feel right, but of course I couldn't take the tag off. This one's a little bit smaller, so I need a 5.5 really. But as you can see, like, that's the hole again that I was wearing. There goes Ida. And yeah, I could use that hole or that hole or that hole. So it should be alright. And like, there's no hole that kind of matches up perfectly. I slipped down again. Yeah, so basically that hole or that hole. Oh, it's not cheap. So that should theoretically be a lot better. But the other thing is, like, these aren't the exact same colour. These are both grey, and this one just came out of the packet. This one I've been wearing for a few weeks, and you see the discoloration already. Like, those kind of all look like the same colour. That one's supposed to be green, that one's supposed to be black, that one's I dyed green, and that's supposed to be that colour grey, and then this one actually looks grey. So I'm hoping this one will look grey for a little bit longer. And then this one I've got about the same time from the pet shop itself. That's actually a blue, so it's a little bit of a different colour. But yeah, one thing I've been doing some digging, and the red one, the first one that I was wearing, the red one, I wore until 2010. So I was wearing it from 2001 to 2010. And it didn't look anything like this. So I think dyeing it, or something that happened in the process of dyeing it, really did fuck with the leather, and that is just completely done. That is rotting away, basically, and that's what's happened there. Like, you can see that the string is absolutely fine still, even though it's almost snapped off now because I've had it in the bag. Like, it's that bad, but the string's fine, which is kind of funny. The beige one that I wore after that, I wore until 2015, so for 5 years. Then the first green one I got from eBay, which was god awful, I only wore that from February to October 2015, and of course I started wearing this one until like maybe a month ago. So I was wearing those, my last 3 collars for as long as I was wearing that first collar, pretty much. And that means that this one would have lasted about 20 odd years if I hadn't dyed it, or maybe it's just the quality, maybe it's, you know, again, that I was rolling around in pig shit with it, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, when I saw, you know, like I said, when I started wearing collars, it was kind of by accident. Like a similar thing happened with the tail. Like I went to a place called QPC, and somebody lent me a tail just to wear the cap for a couple of days, and it just made me feel. It made me feel absolutely awesome, and it took me a few years to actually get one myself. But I never leave the house without it, even to put out the bin bags. And a similar thing sort of happened with the collar. Like it was just, I was sectioned like at one point, and the result of that was I just felt like really insecure for a little while, and like I was going to use fur meat, but I wanted to fit in. Like I was kind of desperate to fit in, so a lot of the people were goths, and I put on black eyeliner and looked like a stereotypical goth. And also, I mean, even though I wanted to fit in, I was a little bit broken. I still didn't lose my sense of humour, I guess. Like I went to PetSmart and another pet shop in Watford, and bought like the 3 different heritage collars and the matching chain leads. And the idea was, like, you know, I had a chest of drawers, so I was going to put my socks and pants in one drawer and the collars and leads in another drawer, and when I went to a fur meet I could pick out my socks and pants and pick out my collar and lead, and you know, that kind of thing. And I also got my first tag, the yellow rat red squirrel one. And so yeah, I started wearing it, and it just, you know, I just felt so good while I was wearing it that I started wearing it more and more, and then I just never took it off. So the collar that I was wearing, the red one, because, you know, I guess I was a red squirrel at the time, it kind of makes sense for, you know, going to a fur meet once a month or so. It doesn't make so much sense when, you know, you're wearing it all the time. And like I wanted to wear it until it completely wore out and then get a new one, but at the same time I wanted, you know, it always just kind of bothered me that it wasn't the one that I would have chosen to wear like all the time. I really wanted a grey one. So when I finally, after almost 10 years, when I finally found that beige one, which is almost grey, it was really sort of low quality, like it was so kind of empowering, you know, deciding to just take off the red one and swap it over, that I wanted to start afresh with the, you know, it kind of looked like that or like that, but I wanted to start afresh with the tags and the keys and so forth. And I didn't carry over hardly any of the tags. I think there was only one that I carried over, which is hidden down there. But now, like, even though I kind of feel the same way, unfortunately, I kind of feel the same way about this one. I didn't feel that same way about the green ones, but I feel the same way. I really kind of feel like I need a grey collar. Like, that's my colour. But like, I do want to keep the tags, so it's kind of a nuisance having to, like, I'd probably use this one as my spare if I'm using this as my main. So that means if this one works out better than this one, then I've got to swap all this crap around, which is great. And then I might even get one from the Cotswold show, like a handmade one. I don't know. But by the end of the year I'll be sorted out. But you know, I like, the idea was to get one and wear it until it completely wears out, because I made it of leather, and I kind of respect that. You know, I respect the animal that it came from and all that kind of thing. I must have about 15-20 of these, because, you know, I bought 3 in the first place, and then I got the green one that didn't work out. I've got loads from, what do you call it? This one, you know, is one of 2 for a toy that I never got. So yeah, it's a bit of a swizz, but hopefully, like, I'll probably wear one of these because I really do like them. I love the fact that they're proper pet collars. Like, every collar that I've worn has come from Pet Shop and being a proper pet collar, and I do like these ankle ones. That top one is the only one that isn't an ankle. So if this one works out, then that's probably the one that I'll be wearing for some years to come. But yes, I guess in a few days, maybe in a week or so, I'll get on to the tags, which someone asked me to do, but I just wanted to talk about that.